This is the official Ligma University logo. You know, let me explain the logo. Professor Orlando, me, that's my name. Got to put it at the top. The namesake of our university there at the bottom. Where is the knowledge stored? In the brain. And what's better, what's smarter than one brain? Two brains. It symbolizes our collaborative effort. I teach you primarily, but you know what? Sometimes I learn a little bit from you guys too. It's a give and take situation. I'm the teacher and you're the student. The two brains working collaboratively. And what's stored in the brains? Knowledge. And the torch, very common iconography within academia and things like the Olympic torch. It symbolizes perseverance and fiery passion. And what we have here is we have the two brains with the knowledge. The two knowledge feeds is feeding into the torch, and the enlightenment, the pursuit of knowledge, it culminates up the shaft of the torch, and it comes out at the top as burning passion for education, represented by a flame, because knowledge illuminates the darkness and what separates us from the animals. What's Ligma mean? My balls. Got them. You know, you can be a part of school, or you can be a part of school. Part of that is having some school spirit. And what's school spirit without a mascot? Our official mascot for Ligma University is the cat boy. We are the Ligma University cat boys. Yes, Asteroid. I love that. Gaining knowledge. Once again, I'm Professor Lando, and today we'll be going over Weeaboo's 101 is a hallmark in the Ligma U Professor Lando course curriculum. An introductory course to bad taste. There are many disciplines under Weebology. Some of the other disciplines within Weebology that we may not be covering today, but would definitely be covering in future lectures include Anime Genres 101, Waifus 101, Lollyology. That one, a controversial one for sure, but an important one. Cosplayers 101, and Hentai Doujinology. Speaking of basics, what is anime? So let's spell it right, first of all. What is anime? From Wikipedia, hand-drawn and computer animation originating from Japan. Very succinctly, the most basic definition. However, I will say that is the definition from Wikipedia. And there's some nuances there we'll be talking about later, but I just want to provide that as the basis, the foundation going forward. So that's anime. I talk about pillars, I talk about foundation. 1, anime. 2, manga. And if I hear any student say manga, just leave right now. From Wikipedia, very shortly, succinctly so, comics or graphic novels originating from Japan. Anime, manga, pretty obvious. Someone who's not even an academic might even be able to say, oh yeah, anime, manga. But there is a third. The light novel, a style of Japanese young adult novel, primarily targeting high school students and middle school students. The introductory class is focusing on a weeaboo. And if you don't know what a weeaboo is, don't worry, we'll get into that. But we're studying weeaboos. How can you study weeaboos if you don't even know what these are? I consider myself a visual learner. I know some of you in the chat are visual learners, so I have some examples here. These aren't mine. What am I, a weeaboo or something? But I was able to contact, Sugma State's Weebology, the anthropological department of Weebology artifacts, and they lent me some. Don't tell anyone I wasn't doing this, but I actually should be handling these artifacts. These are precious treasures. I actually should be handling these artifacts with gloves. You don't want to get your fingerprints. It's just good to keep it clean. We have an example of anime. This is not anime itself, right? Anime is like the actual animation, but it's what contains the anime. And some of you may not be familiar with this is. These are DVDs. These are DVDs. And this is what is commonly known as a box set. This might be like a bootleg. I actually don't know. It kind of looks like it. But so this is anime. This would be an example of anime. You see there's like a complete set. This is anime. Okay, so we're gonna put that aside. Manga. Here's an example of a manga. This is Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, as you can see. Oh, no, that's good. Okay, nothing. Again, what is manga? Comics or graphic novels originating from Japan. And lastly, light novel. And I myself am just starting to get into studying light novels. And so I picked up, per recommendation from another scholar of mine, The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I'm very excited to get into this one. A contentious point within the weebology community. No pictures. I know. A lot of animes are adaptations of mangas that are adaptations of light novels. So in a lot of cases, you might consider that the light novel is the purest form of the base content. This is the Overlord light novel. A lot of discussion revolves around patience. And weeaboos, people who study weeaboos require a lot of patience because some of the ancient artifacts don't get discovered. They're using LiDAR out to find these ruins where these artifacts are placed. And you know, Overlord Season 3 came a long time ago. They're just uncovering Overlord Season 4, and I just can't wait to learn. So I go to the source material. Overlord light novel. I need to finish this. Oh, my hands are all sweaty now because of those gloves. Okay, are the gloves for sale? So let's get into it. What is a weeaboo? Most commonly, the word weeaboo is shortened to weeb. From Wikipedia, a derogatory slang term created to refer to people obsessed with Japanese culture. Again, you heard me say originally a derogatory term. But nowadays, you have to know that the word is actually morphed slightly, meant to convey primarily people who are obsessed with anime and manga. I think originally it was just termed for anyone, again, obsessed with Japanese culture. But nowadays, I think it's primarily a focus on that, anime, manga. And even more interestingly, it seems that weeaboos have reclaimed this word to refer to themselves in an ironic sense. They ironically refer to themselves as weebs or weeaboos. A weeaboo's brain. The basic foundation for a weeaboo's brain. This is the waifu detection gland. It is a vestigial remnant from the past, the most primal weeaboos. Long ago, passed down this survival trait, a biological adaptation to be able to help the brain recognize thick thighs and snaggle teeth. The waifu detection gland, right there. Located right under the waifu detection gland is the low standard lobe. Okay, right here. This is primarily in charge of liking Deku as a main character. It also allows the brain to think that Chitoge is the best girl in Nisekoi. Very unfortunate. There's been a lot of effort in the educational community try to surgically remove this lobe from the weeaboo's brain, but we have been unsuccessful in over 143 cases of test surgeries done. The weeb has unfortunately not survived the attempted removal of the low standard lobe, unfortunately. So that's just something that we have to deal with. It's very hard to recognize right there. Can you see that? Ancillary to the waifu detection gland and the low standard lobe is this tiny little gland right here. The Merch inhibitor gland, okay? And what, this is actually common in humans as well. What the Merch inhibitor does is, it's in the name. It stops the brain from allowing a person to spend all their money on useless anime merch. But as you can see here in the weeaboo brain, unlike a normal person's brain, very tiny, very small, very not large enough to successfully inhibit the merch buying. So we'll be going over that. Last week I assigned some homework to send me your favorite shonen anime character. This is a common tactic, what I did, to identify a weeaboo. And what am I talking about? I asked them to submit what is their favorite shonen anime character. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that even means. All I know is that's how you identify a weeaboo. You see here, let me just quickly scroll through this. The weeaboo is unable to stop themselves. JRR Tolkien levels of exposition about their favorite anime character. A classic trap, a classic method to get the weeaboos to simply out themselves. These are cartoons for children. And if your response was not indicative of one that a child would give, you're overthinking it. This isn't Crime and Punishment. This isn't Kafka's Metamorphosis. You're talking about Dragon Ball, bro. It's not that deep. However, there was a submission I was very interested in. I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, so this is a homework submission from Robert. One more time, I appreciate the extra mile on these homework assignments. So I've not seen this beforehand.
Hello, class. Class is this? Anime 101. In today's assignment is to discuss my favorite shonen anime character. Yeah. Today I'll be discussing hold on. Yeah, Vash the Stampede, aka Vash. I think he's really cool. He's kind of goofy. He's kind of like, he likes peace, but he also likes guns, which I think is really cool. He's also wearing red, which is like one of my favorite colors, which I like, I really like, and I think it's really cool. Also, another reason why I really like him is because he solos your verse. I mean, like, there's not really much else to put it. I mean, like, I got like, All Might here, and then Vash here, and then Vash can usually just, like, shoot All Might, and then, All Might's dead. It's that easy. There's, like, not really much to it. And then finally we have, nope, ignore that. That's it. Hope you enjoyed my discussion, and hope I convinced you why you should be your favorite character in shonen also. Hope you guys have a good day.
Very, very good job. It's about the extra mile. I love that. Very good job. C+. Where we're going to end the class today is a matter of taste. The bell curve, aka the normal distribution, is the aggregate plotting of everyone's taste in anime. Okay, so here we have garbage. This is meh, and this is the good shit right here. So here on this end of the spectrum, we have World Trigger. Here we have My Hero Academia. Here we have Nichijou, My Ordinary Life. What are the consequences here? The good stuff, the good shows, the good animes, the good opinions will always be a minority. The industry will largely cater to the most common type of consumer, which lies at the top of this distribution, this bell curve of taste. And of course, the garbage stuff like World Trigger over on this side. Why did KyoAni's Nichijou perform so poorly that they did not even make a net profit? There's like, how many seasons are there even? And movies? It's okay. And that's the thing to understand about the bell curve. It's not bad. It's meh. I was tempted to put Dragon Ball Super here, but I thought about it a little bit, and I actually think that Dragon Ball is, like I said, My Hero is a good example because it's meh. It's not bad, but it ain't good either. But Dragon Ball Super is bad. That's just like really garbage. There are minority cases. Who likes World Trigger? Garbage. But a lot of people like Dragon Ball Super. This is something that we're trying to understand why the curve for Dragon Ball Super works in this way. Thank you so much for watching today's lecture. Don't forget that I do these lectures live on Twitch every Monday at 5 p.m. PST. Links down below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on what you thought. Thank you.